Well, you know what? The 2019 Greenpop Reforest Fest is continuing its 7-year journey of bringing friends and family together to plant trees, listen to local music, participate in eco workshops, and of course, listen to experts in the environment.
Exactly. It's really a cool festival, man, with a great vibe and also with a very strong underlying message as well. We're going to get into that this morning because it's taking place at the Platbos Nature Reserve, where it aims to remove and replace alien vegetation with the brand new trees. And joining us this morning, we have Greenpop's programs manager, Zoe Gauld-Angelucci. Did I say that correctly?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yes, I did. Great to have you back, man. It's been about a year now.
Yeah, about a year. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure.
Well, very exciting things. I mean, I think the big question we want to ask you is, why did Greenpop decide to take its reforestation efforts to Platbos Nature Reserve this year?
Yes, yeah. So we do reforestation projects in various different countries in Southern Africa. We're working in 4 countries at the moment, but we've always done the Reforest Fest in Platbos because it's such a special ecosystem. So it's Africa's southernmost forest. It has a very unique mix of coastal and Afro-montane trees. In the old growth forest that still exists there are trees that are over 1,000 years old.
Sure.
So it's just such a special example of a relic forest and of something that we really should be protecting and restoring.
No, it's a great event, like I said. I mean, it's really getting people in touch with nature and also looking after this delicate ecosystem at Platbos Nature Reserve. You had a family weekend last weekend. There's 2 parts to the Green Forest Fest, which is great. So firstly, how did it go with the family fest? And also, why the decision to kind of split the 2 weekends, you know, for families and the other one for friends and so forth?
Yes, yeah. So we split up the weekends so that we can tailor the activities a bit better towards more family audience with small kids, and then sort of a friends audience. We weren't really sure what to call it, so we called it Friends, but it's more of a typical festival growing kind of age group. The family festival went so well. It's always my favorite event of the year. The kids are so cute, and I think we have over 100 kids under 7.
Sure.
Wow.
And it's just so amazing to see kind of the next generation of environmentalists getting excited about doing something good for our planet.
And to get the kids' hands dirty. I mean, there's not many of those opportunities out there.
Yeah.
And I think it's great to get the kids in nature building a strong foundation with regards to looking after our environment.
Definitely.
That's right. And Zoe, we wanted to know, you know, I know you guys are doing live music, there's yoga and meditation sessions, but for those who's participating in the Greenpop Fest, why is it so important for them to understand the impact that they're doing? Like, why it's important for them to participate?
Yeah. So it is all really, really fun. I think people can get really stressed out about climate change and environmental issues, and they all seem like such big problems that it's kind of impossible for a single person to engage with. But at Greenpop, we're all about making green living popular, which is where our name comes from. So we like to get people active rather than getting anxious and provide a situation in which to do that. So by participating, people really are helping to rehabilitate an important forest within our South African ecosystem. And it's just a small step, but it's a step in the right direction, and I think everybody can feel really proud about that.
But that's exactly the thing, because as an individual, you can walk away with feeling like, yes, I did something, I paid it forward, towards our environment.
Definitely.
Can people still get involved in this weekend, or can they still pull through, and how do they do that?
Yeah, definitely. You're going to need fast fingers. We have a few tickets left, but the event starts, the Friends Fest starts this afternoon at 3 o'clock, so you can still get tickets. We have about 50 still available, and you can find all of the information on reforestfest.com.
Reforestfest.com. Well, there you have it. It is a long weekend, so if you're still planning something to do, if you're not too sure, well, there's definitely a great opportunity for you.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. So we are going to be back with you a little bit later on, taking a look at some of the vegetation that we can expect that you guys are doing. See some spekboom here, which is nice, and we're going to run you through exactly what it is that we'll be planting. Stick around.
Fantastic.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso. We are back with Zoe Gauld-Angelucci as we get into, we are getting our fingers dirty because it is a very special day. Not only is Greenpop doing their Friends Fest this weekend, but it's also World Water Day, and of course we need to be a bit more mindful of the type of plants we put into our gardens, and of course it's all about eradicating or looking after the problem of having alien plants
That's the
and
thing,
alien
and
vegetation.
this is what Greenpop is all about in terms of their Reforest Fest at Platbos Nature Reserve, which is happening. It's the last weekend now, this weekend, and they're
Yes.
removing alien vegetation, replacing it with beautiful trees. But right now, in your own garden, this is where we get advice from the expert as well this morning. So Zoe, I think first and foremost, indigenous plants that we can expect as South Africans that we should be planting in our gardens. What would you advise?
Yes. So I think we're really lucky because as South Africans, we have so many beautiful indigenous species to choose from.
Yeah.
So there's really no excuse to not add indigenous plants into your garden. So we have a few lovely ones here this morning that I'm going to take you through, and we can put them into the garden.
Yeah.
But some of the things that you can definitely look out for are speckboom, which I think almost everybody has heard
Yeah.
of, a rose-scented geranium that's really beautiful, lobster tail, and a sour fig.
Sour
Okay.
figs, a feigie, and those grow.
Yes. They grow like crazy,
beautifully.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then in terms of, I mean, in Cape Town especially, but in South Africa as a whole, our water crisis is something we're paying extra attention to. Today's also World Water Day. So what are the type of plants we can plant in our garden that's water-wise?
So it's actually really easy to find water-wise plants. If you go to a nursery, they're usually all grouped together and they're all in a nice display. So I would just recommend to try and think about the type of soil that you have in your garden, the type of light, the conditions that you're working with, and then go to your local nursery and see what they have available. These will pretty much grow anywhere. So these types of plants are really great. They're very water-wise. You can almost just ignore them and they will survive.
We like that. Okay, let's get you planting some of these.
Yes.
I'm really keen to get in here. What am I
Yay.
going to be planting first?
Okay, let's start with our speckboom.
Oh, wow, you chose
Okay.
choose the biggest one.
Yes,
Biggest one.
biggest
I
one
think-
first.
I think-
where
Dig
should we
that
go?
hole.
Right here?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
move this all here. I need to ask you this, Zoe, as well.
Yes.
What is your favorite, absolute favorite water-wise plant?
Actually, it is this one I'm holding right now, which is what
Really?
I started with. It's speckboom.
The
So speckboom is really interesting because in addition to being just so cute with its little leaves, it is the best plant in the world at sequestering carbon from our atmosphere. So in terms of combating climate change, this is like the most efficient plant at sucking the carbon out of the air.
That's amazing. All right,
which
I
is
think
really,
that's
really
deep
cool.
enough.
Yeah, when you're planting a plant, give it a little massage.
There we go, and then remove it from the...
Take
Upside
him
down
out,
like that.
upside down like that. Take him out.
You can pop it in there.
Pop it in there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
Look
And
at
we'll
that.
just kind of move it around, and then there we go.
Perfect.
And what kind of plants will you guys be planting this weekend?
This weekend, we're going to be planting all indigenous trees that are actually the same trees that come from the Platbos area. So it's lovely milkwoods, stinkwoods, wild olives, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah. You can
Look at
also
that.
eat these leaves, hey?
I've actually, can you go for it
I
just like
go
that?
for it?
Go for
Can I
it.
just go for
Go
it?
for it.
A little one?
They taste a little bit sour, a little bit lemony. Put them in a salad with an avocado. Really
Oh,
good.
wow.
Yeah.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right. Zoe, thank you very, very much.
Cool.
Just quickly, if people want to be part of this last weekend, the Friends Fest, how did they go about it?
So you can find all of the information on reforestfest.com.
Reforestfest.com, check it out. It's going to be a great weekend. If you're looking for something to do, get out in nature, do something good for the
hands
environment,
dirty.
get your hands dirty. This is it. Thank you very much, Zoe.
Thank you so
High five
much.
on that. Nice one.